Yes, ma'am. As right as
Okay.
I'm going to be.
You all set, honey.
Okay, thank you. And she disappears. Go sit down. Me? Okay. Hi, guys. I'm Christina, your Scentsy consultant from Warner Robins, Georgia.
So Christina,
I wanted,
you only started the end of January, which is awesome, and you've exceeded so much so quickly. So please share with us what are you doing?
um, well, what I wrote down was some things that have helped me along the way. So the first thing is I wanted to ask y'all a question, and I want you to kind of think about it as I'm talking, and then at the end I want to come back and I want to know what your guys' answers are, and I'll share mine or answer. It's just one question. The question is what is the spirit of Scentsy to you? Okay. So what is the Scentsy spirit like? How does it make you feel? How does Scentsy make you feel? So I feel like the most important thing, other than my relationship with God, that has helped me on this journey through the no's, through the laughs, through the heck yeah, and through the I'll give you a try, was it's all in the attitude you take with it. It's just a matter. I mean, you could be told no, and so how do you respond with that? Do you just get all down in the dumps? Do you get depressed? Do you get, mad? So you could take that no and say, well, that's fine. That person's just not ready. And you move forward and move on to the next person. I mean, it's okay to be in the ditch. It's just not okay to stay there.
Right.
We all have those moments when we're just like, oh, this is horrible. And we're supposed to feel our emotions and be in the moment, but just don't camp out there. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for the people around you to see their loved one camping out in that place. So it's a matter of how you handle that. Are you going to be positive or are you going to be, Debbie Downer? So I will say that my attitude is I'm just going with it. Like I just rolled with it. I got introduced to Scentsy the end of last year. A friend of mine invited me to a party that Leda was hosting. Or what is that? No. My friend was
She
hosting
was
it. So
hosting it. Yep.
yeah. But Leda was the consultant, and I ordered the Trust in Him warmer and the Trust 10 warmer. And I had heard of Scentsy, but when I got the product, I was amazed at the quality. And then when I started warming the senses, that's when I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I love it. I mean, I've been looking for something to make my house smell good all my life, all my adult life. So that's when I got hooked. And I want to say my another tip is just be genuine. Be authentic, like be you. Don't worry about what that other person is going to think. I remember the first time I was going to when I wanted to unbox my consultant thing, and I reached out to Leda and I was like, I want to record it, but I'm going to be stupid. And she was like, just do it. Just be you. It'll have fun. And I did. And like Amanda said, everybody just loved watching me going live, and I would go to church and they would come up to me, girl, you're so funny. And I'm not really trying to be funny. I'm just being me. I'm just being Christina.
Right.
So being authentic and being yourself. So when I'm being authentic and being myself, when I'm sharing Scentsy with other people, I try to tell them, separate that I'm a consultant from the product. I am just a Christina that opened this box and I pulled out Trust in Him, put it all together and plugged it in. And I was amazed at the quality, the craftsmanship, the way it glowed, just how it all was like, wow, that's nice. Like, that was me. That was my genuine response. It's not me saying, oh, these are great products, come and buy from me. I'm a consultant. I don't want to ever feel like I'm shoving something down someone's throat. It just comes up in conversation. So when it's something you love, it's going to come up in conversation.
Right.
Conversation will lean towards something that it's going to spark. And you love your husband, you love your significant other, and you're talking about mowing the grass. I mean, my husband and I have a funny story about mowing the grass. So, I mean, of course I'm going to talk about it and laugh, but it's a genuine, it's real. You know what I'm trying to say? So when you're sharing Scentsy with other people, reach to that spot and just say, what is it that I love? So again, going back to that question, what is the spirit of Scentsy to you? How does it make you feel? I have on here, treat people and talk to people the way that you would want someone to talk to you. If someone come to you and said, hey, I got something I want to show you, and they say, no, I'm not interested. They're like, well, just let me just kind of talk to you about it for 2 seconds and give me a benefit of the doubt kind of thing. And then I might kind of go, well, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Or if I didn't really want to, and if they say no, just kind of leave it alone. But don't be like, unless you're that person that you like it when people constantly hound you about something. I don't. It's eventually going to come around. People are watching, people are looking. So I've shared that with Amanda. Don't give up. Like, if they keep saying no and they keep shutting the door. And so last month I posted at the beginning of the month, or somewhere in the beginning of the month, and I just said, hey, where's my hype people at? Where's my hype girls? Or because most of them are girls, but I just said my hype people, liking my comments, commenting, asking questions, sharing what you get in your mail, your Scentsy box. Share with us. Tell us what you're buying. And then I said at the end of the month, my top people who are liking, adding friends, and not about buying. It's just showing love on my page. That's all free. That's just all being a genuine friend.
Right.
And so I had the top 3 people, and I went just last night and dropped off her gift. I surprised her with some Luna body cream and a Minnie Mouse scent circle. And when I went, I just, she works for the sheriff's department, and I was like, hey, just go into work and share it with your friends. And, I just kind of plugged a little bit right there, but I didn't go into it deep. I just was like, hey, help me. I'm doing great. You're loving on my page. The next step is go love on, about me to your friends. Share me with your friends. So I've already showed her, if you're supporting me, I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to love on you back.
Right.
And when she pulled up the bag, she liked it, and she was like, yeah. And then I asked her what was her opinions of my page, and she said, I love that you sharing, your videos. They're funny, and which I haven't even posted a video in a minute, but she still remembered that. And she said that you're just being consistent. And to me, that was a key word, being consistent. And even when the orders aren't coming in, the parties aren't happening, being true to yourself. So you hear me saying being genuine, being consistent, treating people the way you want to be treated. Those to me are what's important. That's the feedback I get back from other people when I share Scentsy. It's not what you say to people, it's how you say it.
Right.
So if you're being, genuine, caring, passionate about what you love, they're going to feel that. They're going to know that. Knowing your product. I did some training last week, and I told the girls, get to know the product. Be using all of the products. And I said, I'm not expecting Amanda, who joined in February to know all of the products inside and out, but I'm just saying, hey, try out the body line and get your reviews, and then when you're ready, move on to the laundry line and, you know, get your reviews. And if people come in and they say, well, what do you think about the pet line? And you say, well, I haven't gotten that far yet. You know, they can't take that as a negative. I've only been with them this long. I'm, you know,
Right.
don't have $1 million in my back pocket to go buy every product and give a review.
Yeah.
So my next thing I have on here is surrounding yourself with positive people. You know, I know both of you. I have a relationship with both of you, not just on our group. And I know that there's times, in even myself, in our lives that, you know, we want to just shut the world out, but that's when we need to be around the people who care about us the most and need that positive and being the light. I try so hard to be the light to other people because I know what it's like to feel like I'm in that ditch, you know, and if I just close off the world, that's the worst thing for me. The best thing, and me and Amanda talk about this, you know, is like when I don't want to go to church, that's when I need to go to church the most. That's when I need a little bit of Jesus in my heart, a little bit more than normal.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you're constantly around negativeness, if you're constantly around negative people, then you're going to feed into that. And that's just going to fall into your relationship. It's going to fall into your business. It's going to fall into your personal life. And nobody wants to be around negative Nancys. You know, nobody wants to be around Karens. I know we all know Nancys that are nice and Karens that are nice, but you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
I put on here just being genuine. Something I just saw today from Jen Audette was make it simple. I feel like Leda showed me that too. You know, when I said, oh my God, I got my first event and I don't have all my stuff. And this was like a last minute thing, like not time to order and get it kind of thing. And she was like, girl, you got everything you need. Calm down. Even if you just have a catalog, a pen, an order form, you're good to go. I was like, oh, well, that's pretty simple. But the picture that Jen Audette showed was, it was like going to a home party in literally like this much space. And it had a crate, and then it had a warmer, and then it had a little decorative thing, and like maybe a couple other little products. And she was like, short, sweet, simple. It's really that you just go in and you just say, hey. If somebody is new to Scentsy, she said, show them the wax and warmers. That's what we're known for. That is our key, you know, product. And get them introduced. She said there's time for them to get to know about the counter clean, the bathroom, the, you know, laundry stuff. So keeping it simple. I think that we think, oh my gosh, I have to be like so-and-so and have everything and have it all put together. And no, you don't. Again, that goes back to just being genuine, being yourself, and just keep it simple. Because if it's too much, some people are like, oh, I can't have that. That's overwhelming. That's too much. I don't like that.
And it makes it look like our job is hard, and it really isn't.
No, I think that's why I have such a hard time connecting that, how well I'm doing, because I'm just doing what I love. This is, I don't know. I can't put it into words. It's an emotion. It's a feeling. And, I mean, I'm loving it and I'm thankful for it. But at the same time, I'm just like, I mean, I'm just doing what you know, you hear these heroic stories of people saving somebody's life from a burning car. And they're like, I'm just doing what any normal human being would do. And I feel like I'm just sharing what I love. You know, I don't, it's just crazy. I also share in my group with my girls, our name is Girls with Goals. And then I said, if we have any guys join, it'll be Girls and Guys with Goals. As I said, I put be goal oriented. Right here, next to my desk. I found these on Pinterest, and I had my husband help me print them out, and it's called Star Consultant Bingo. And so on there it says, check in with your team, get 500 PRV, book a home party, help your frontline get active, post 5 posts of you using different Scentsy products. So these are like just 20, whatever, I don't know how many there are, 25 squares of encouraging things to, to push you to do better. Goals. Just goals. So I'm like, oh, this is easy. I can do this one. I can do that one. But then it says get 2,000 PRV. That's not an easy one.
But amazingly, you have gotten that and above each month. So, you've done marvelous with that.
You know what? I asked my husband on any input from him on what he sees from the outside looking in at me. And he said, truly, I think it's what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it.
That is so true.
Being genuine in what you put into it. If you're just doing it for a dollar amount, I don't feel like it means as much. So then people don't feel that. And then they feel like you just want them for their money. And then that doesn't feel good.
Right.
So then that will push people away. So I know Amanda and we share a lot with going to church and being a part of different organizations at church, and we'll say that a lot about what you put into it is what you get out of it. If you just put in 15 minutes, well, you're just going to get 15 minutes worth. So I have a goal every month. To be Star Consultant, I have to have 500 PRV myself, and then I have to have 2,500 for my team or my group. And so that's my goal. As well as I do, I can bring a horse to water, but I can't make them drink. So I'm just trying to love on Amanda, and just try to share with them. And I know they want it. They're thirsty for it, and they'll find what works for them. And both of them are doing good. So I'm just like, I don't know. It's still the whole, I have a team. I have people under me. So my husband came home today from work and he was like, hey, so-and-so's wife might be interested in joining your team.
Nice.
And I was like, okay, well, if she's interested, tell her to call me. I'm not going to be like going up to her door. Hey, I heard you might be interested. I wouldn't want that. That goes back to treat people the way you would want to be treated.
Right.
You just got to say, hey, she bought some Star Wars from me. Well, I say from us because me and my husband. And they like the product. And then she works from home and she has a handicap, so it's hard for her to get out of the house, and move around and do things. So he was like, this would be perfect for her. And so being genuine, being simple, being goal oriented, surrounding yourself with positive people, and building people up. That's so important. Amanda, when you guys come to meetings, does it feel like I'm trying to build you up or I'm tearing you down?
No, it feels like I think it's good. I think you're good at building this up.
Okay. I want you to be honest. I don't, just because we're recording. Oh, yeah, Christina, you're horrible.
No, you're good.
So I put on here that I truly love Scentsy. Like, every time I pull out a product or I try another product, I'm just like in awe. And I have looked back over the years and I'm like, man, Scentsy has evolved. Mm-hmm. Their warmers have come a long way, and God's timing is perfect, because I know, like, me to get those 2 warmers, the Press 10 and the Trust in Him, I was just like, that just added to it.
Yeah.
For me in my experience. I said that I am sharing, that I'm not just trying to be a salesman. I'm not just selling it. So I have a funny story. My brother-in-law and his girlfriend were in town this past weekend, and we were just flying by the seat of our pants. We were getting up whenever I didn't know their schedules, like when they eat, when they don't, all that kind of stuff. So we were out and about, and I said, well, it's 2:00. We haven't eaten lunch. So they said, let's go to Cracker Barrel. So I said, all right. I go into Cracker Barrel, we eat, and we come back out, and we're in the little store area. And me and my husband I cannot even remember. Maybe it was clearance stuff from Mother's Day. And one of the sales ladies walks up to me, and she says, hey, how are y'all doing? I said, oh, we're doing good. How are you doing? She said, oh, I'm doing good. She said, just so you know, we got our 3-wick candles marked down. And I went, girl, I don't need no candles. Just playing with her. And my husband was standing right there behind me, and he goes, oh, God, here we go. He turned around and he walked away. And but that girl, me and her just cracked up. We just were going back and forth, and she said, what is Scentsy? I said, you don't know what Scentsy is? I said, hold on. And I dug in my purse and I handed her a business card with a little wax warmer. And she said, oh, what do I do? Do I eat this? I said, I'm glad you asked. I said, you really don't know what Scentsy is. And then I just started sharing with her about it. And she said, look at you. I came over here to sell something to you, and you got me sold. And she's doing like this. And I mean, we were in the middle of Cracker Barrel just cracking up. And
see, so that's the beauty of it, because you got that personality, and you can just go ahead and make conversation with total strangers, and look how that turned around.
Yeah, I did look at her name. I said, what's your name? She said, my name is Jasmine. And I said, all right, you work at Cracker Barrel. I said, I think I got enough information. I'll come back and check on you. And she said, wait. And she's looking at my card, and she's like, I don't see any social media. Do you do social media? And I was like, oh, I think I hear my husband calling me. I gotta go. Amanda's my social media girl. She's my TikTok. She's my, or even later.
But you could have gave her your Facebook. You could have got her Facebook and have her follow you.
Do you know what she said to me? I said, I got Facebook, and she said, oh, I don't do Facebook. I said, what? She said, Facebook's for old people.
Oh.
I mean, nobody really uses Facebook.
And I started laughing, and I was like, oh, are you talking about me? Because she's about to graduate high school. And so we just kind of picked a couple things, and I said, she said, yeah, I'm about to graduate high school. I said, where are you graduating from? And she said, Warner Robins High. And I said, go Demons. And we high-fived, and we just shared a little bit, and so I went to my phone, and I did tell her I do have an Instagram, and I do have Facebook, but no, Scentsy is not all over my Instagram. I have a couple of TikTok videos on there. I said, I'm learning because I'm on Facebook. And she just kind of looked at me, but I had fun with it.
Yeah.
So I got back out to the truck, and my husband looked at me. He's like, well, how'd that go? I said, you missed out on all the fun. The fun was in there in the middle of Cracker Barrel store. And his brother and his girlfriend were in there like, wow. But, okay, so I guess the other thing from that is to have fun with it.
Right.
Just have fun. I said to turn your can'ts into cans. So after I just said about social media, that's where I've got to turn my can'ts into cans. And I can do this. I've got to get regular. I got to be consistent with it. People are watching. People are noticing. And the more I'm consistent with it, the more people are going to be like, I like this. I mean, look at me and Amanda, and probably you too, I don't know, watching Jackie Durant and Gene Audette. Why? Because they were interesting, they're being consistent, and we're watching them.
Yes.
So I said be creative. We talk about branding. So I've kind of started branding. I do a lot of the hey y'all because I'm from Georgia, and then the hashtag 478 Scentsy or hashtag hey y'all Scentsy. I just don't remember to always put it in there. Again, that's my social media. So that's where I know I need to work on is my social media. Okay, so this is something I've always done, and my kids are like, oh my gosh, mom, is doing service with a smile. Even when somebody is being difficult, you've got to kill them with kindness. Because I'm going to tell you what, they're going to go home 90 probably percent of the time at the end of the day, and they're going to be like, that girl, when I went to that booth, that event, and I was being picky about this and this, she was patient with me. She was, calm with me, or that's going to show. It may not show in that moment, but I think later they're going to pick up on those things, and that's being consistent. Doing service with a smile. They're like, Mom, we do not have to smile 24/7. And I was like, I mean, you don't, but I mean, for me, it's genuine.
No, you can brighten somebody's day with a smile. You don't know what they're going through.
Right.
You can turn somebody's mood with a smile. So, it's contagious. So keep smiling.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. Smiling is contagious. And keep those hard times. Don't look at those hard times as, I can't do this. This is not for me. Forget it. I don't want to sell Scentsy. Everybody keeps telling me no. Nobody's buying on the party. Nobody's liking anything. I've had that whole month party and nothing. The only reason why she got any rewards was because my friends bought from the flash sale and felt sorry for that party, and they put it on her party. I'll tell you what I did learn. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do a month-long party again.
Right, because it's good 5 to 7 days tops, because then people get bored and they're not into it. They won't engage. It's just like,
and then I'm setting myself up to be disappointed. I'm setting myself up to be like, I gotta go post to this party, So, but those hard times make us stronger.
absolutely.
There's a plan and a purpose for all of it along our journey. That's not just with Scentsy, that's just life in general. And sometimes those are hard journeys to go through, but it's never been easy for me to say I'm thankful for the hard times in my life, because those hard times have been very hurtful, and people who are supposed to love me and care for me or my family, and they didn't. But because of that, I am stronger. I have a closer relationship with God, and I'm learning to put one foot in front of the other. I shared a thing on my Facebook, and it said something about like, enjoy all the moments in life. And it was like, you take one footstep forward, you take one step back, you're going to take a couple forward. And it said, it's called the cha-cha. And in my caption, I said, man, I've been dancing my whole life.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you just, gotta make the most of all the situations and learn from it. Sometimes you have to step back and you have to say, what am I going to learn from this? Why is this being so hard? Why is this affecting me the way it's affecting me? And then try to dissect it a little bit and go, oh, I need to work on this, or I need to do better, or, don't do that anymore. There might be something and it just doesn't go with you and your personality as far as trying to be creative and try something new. And then you feel like there's this pull. So then you just say, no, that's not for me. I said on there, being consistent. I can't probably really say that enough. I know that when I come in this office and I'm consistent on doing, I have monthly goals, I have daily goals, I have weekly goals. So that's just being consistent. I know that on one of the Make It Happen Thursday calls in the beginning when I started, they were talking about, a lot of them stay home. They don't work other jobs. They just do Scentsy. And people have asked them, how do you do it? Like, what is your routine? Like, tell us, what do you do? And that's the gist of it. They were saying, be consistent, get up, do your run in the morning. And a lot of them said that they didn't just get up and go do Scentsy right away. You know, they got up, they got ready for the day, they went to the gym, or they did their walk in the neighborhood, and then they had their little breakfast and their coffee, and then they came into their office and they did, or they did their quiet time even. And so I liked that because I just recently gave my 2 week notice, and so I'm already in my mind going, what is gonna be good for me? And it's not just Scentsy, it's my time with my husband, it's time in the office, it's time with my grandchildren. I don't want my family to ever feel like, oh my gosh, she's always in the office, she's always doing Scentsy.
That's why you gotta like set your goals now that you're gonna be working fully Scentsy. Just set your goals and your boundaries. Like just go ahead and you have these office hours Monday through Friday. You got the weekend to do whatever you're gonna do. You wanna you have certain times that you have your downline that's going to contact you, that everybody shouldn't contact you for every little thing. Direct them to the workstation, let them learn to continually to find things for themselves. If they're in a rut at the last minute, if you can help them right there and then, fine. But always help each other out as a team, but not to depend on you wholly for everything. So yes, and learn from each other, because what you may do differently, you have a lot of success, but your downline have success in different areas. So
well, like I was just thinking when you were saying that, Amanda's success is like in her TikToks and stuff.
Her TikToks are awesome. I love them.
Okay, well, I gotta get better at it.
Start, we gotta start somewhere. So.
Yeah.
And then funny, that's where I'm kind of at. But I said making time for things that make you happy, because you don't want to get a burnout.
Right.
You don't want to get to the point where you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm tired of this. But really and truly, I don't see me having a burnout, simply because every customer is different. So it's not the mundane day in and day out. I did hair for 20 years, and when I left the beauty end of it and went to the barbering end of it, my girlfriends that I worked with for years, they were like, oh, you're going to hate it. It's going to be the same haircut over and over. And it wasn't. I mean, I had different nationalities coming in, so I had different challenges with the way the hair was. I didn't have just flat top after flat top or a high and tight. It was retired men coming in, and then you had the little ones coming in, and so I'm saying stepping out of just Scentsy makes us happy, yes, because we love the product, we love our friends, this meetings, and growing our teams, but my grandchildren make me happy. My husband makes me happy. Hanging out with my crazy friend at Waffle House makes me happy. And, doing other things other than Scentsy. Don't get so engulfed. But again, make those healthy boundaries, like you were saying, Leda, with setting time for Scentsy, but setting time for family and friends. And it's okay. I mean, here I am 3 months in, and I'm still negotiating those lines, because new things happen. Okay, so I have my first event, and I'm like, babe, I don't want you to feel like I'm in my office because I'm pulling what I'm going to do, and then I'm tagging it, but I'm not a computer person. Then I'm pulling him in here saying, okay, Leda emailed me those raffle things, how do I put them on the paper? So he's just like, move, let me do it, because if not, you're going to be in here for 12 hours trying to figure that out. So
well, that's good that you get him involved in it too. So that's being supportive to you and your business. So that's a plus.
Yeah. And in the beginning, I asked him that, and he was like, "No, I'm good. That's you. That's your thing." But here we are, 3 months in, and you know, he's talking to his friends at work about it, and I see it with Amanda and her friend. He's like, "Let me buy your scents for the month," and being supportive. So it's little, and sometimes it's baby steps, and then all of a sudden, like when I came home today, he's like, "Oh, I might have someone for your team," and I was like, "Oh, okay." but that's what I wrote down. So I don't know if you had time to think about it, but for you, what is the spirit of Scentsy to you?
To me? Or to
Both
Amanda?
of you.
Oh, well, for me, like, not everybody knows my story, but I, like, you guys do. I just started at Scentsy just for the little side hustle, and actually to support my habit of the Scentsy smells and all that stuff. But within the last couple of years, my why has changed. I am Scentsy's my happy place. It takes me away from all the other craziness that goes on in my life. So that's my happy place, and I'm happy when I'm, doing Scentsy. This last week, I have a box there that came in the Star Wars box. It came in after May 4th. So I just had been in such a rut all week long that the box is still there. I'm gonna open it today. But I told my husband yesterday, I was like, you know what? I'm letting certain situations bring me down in such a way that is bringing me down in things that in my happy places. And that's Scentsy is my happy place. I'm not learning, but building so many new relationships, and we all come from different aspects and different parts of the world, and we are building relationships in a community that just joins us together. So the beauty of getting new friendships, that's a plus for me.
Yeah.
And everything else that comes with it. And if you love the product, you're gonna, and you show that love of the product, everything else falls into place.
Yeah. Okay, Amanda. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's your turn. Funny because I heard a minute ago.
Well, because my Bluetooth was on and he went to go take a shower and almost fell because he heard y'all talking and it scared the crap out of him in the bathroom. He went to go get in the shower. He's like, "Babe, if you could remember, please turn off your Bluetooth." All right. The other day I did I don't know. Mine was, I don't know, kind of the same thing as Lada's, because it's kind of, for me, it makes me happy because I'm not just like Toby's mom. I can become somebody else, be successful at home, from the home, being as I can't work a full-time job with my son. I don't have a sitter where I could just say, "Here you go." He's 15, but he's, mentally, he's about a 2-year-old, so he can't stay home by himself. Right. So for me, it was the excitement of, oh my gosh, and meeting new people, because I am a stay-at-home mom. I don't get to meet a lot of people, and I do get depressed. So for me, I mean, I've been dealing with it for the last couple of months, and it won't go away. And so for me, I'm like, yeah, I can do this. And when I got my box in, for me, my Star Wars box made me happy because I was like, yay! I mean, and then the whiff box, and it was the wrong whiff box, but it is what it is. I screamed at the wrong whiff box. I thought it was the one with the new guy in it, and it wasn't. But whatever. It was last month's. So
you bought it in April, not in May.
Okay.
I bought it the first. No, I put it in my. It was our.
If it came with your Star Wars, you bought it in April.
No, it didn't come. I won it for Star Wars, so I signed up at the end of April, beginning of May, and so I figured I would get Star Wars. I didn't. I got some Make It Splash stuff. That was it.
Yeah.
I was like, which I love. I love the Make It Splash, but I already had like 3 of them I just bought from a party, so I didn't need it. But no, that's mine. My why is I want to be able to become successful and share the product. I do like it. A little part of it is money for me because it would be nice to be able to not stress. This week I got to buy adult diapers and I have $20 to my name. You know what I mean? So it would be nice to become successful, share, stuff. Because I do love every product. I have yet to find one that I have found one, but I don't like the pink cotton washer whiffs.
And that's
but
okay.
I love the clothesline. I just bought the Luna, so I could switch it up.
And that's okay. That's the beauty of trying the products, because even though you don't like the pink cotton, somebody else will.
Well, yeah, because that's why I think I got it, is because a lot of people rave about it, and I was just like, oh, no, I'm good. Mm-mm. Yeah. Because I'm very particular about how my towels and stuff smell, but, and look, I mean, I do love it. This is my little line.
Oh,
look how cool that one is.
Oh, you got the up?
Yeah.
Nice. You know that at the Scentsy family reunion, the group for Scentsy Family Reunion, somebody posted that there's a house over there that is designed just like that up house. And I would love to go. City? Yes.
Well, I'm gonna have my dad look for it and go, because he lives right there. He lives 20 minutes away.
So I'm gonna go back to that post, and I'm gonna
All right, Christina,
tag you.
I mean, you could do it now. No, I think that's what
too late now. We can't get a ticket.
I think it is an addiction, though, too.
It is.
It is.
It is definitely an addiction. And it is fun when I do talk about it. It does cheer me up talking to other people about it, and especially or getting a sense under people's nose. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this smell. And I keep saying, or what did I say? Something else. I kept calling it something else other than fragrance. I don't know, but I don't know. Mine is to do that, become successful, and be able to share it with other people and other moms who say are like me with the special needs, where they don't have the opportunity to say, hey, I'm going to go watch. Because like I said, I have education. I have, two college graduate things that I can't even use because my son. So it would be nice to stop feeling that from it and be able to make money this way and put people, I don't know, it's not a stressful job. It's stressful as the fact that I have to get my name out there. But once that happens, I think it's going to be fun. Like this vendor event she's going to, I'm going to go. I'm not going to sell anything, but I'm going to go just to talk to the other people to kind of network. And then that way I could meet other folks and, I don't know, kind of do that. I'm going to try to get my sister's, she's working for a new cleaning company, and I would love for them to buy the product to clean with. Or we thought about starting our own and using the Scentsy products, so that way when they're like, oh my goodness, what does that smell? Oh, it's our product. Here you go.
Yeah.
And it's just meeting the right people and networking and all that.
For me, the spirit of Scentsy is definitely relationship. It's really brought me close and getting to meet new people. And last night I have an order going in today, and so I have free shipping if they're local. And so I was just reaching out individually just to say, hey, I have an order going in tonight. Did you guys need anything? Or tomorrow night. And I reached out to one girl, and when she responded, she was like, I'm sorry, I have been up nonstop for 3 days. I have a child in the hospital, and but I do want to look at the catalog soon. And immediately I was like, oh, no, don't worry about it. Do you need anything? What can I do for you? And it was just, building that relationship. And she was like, I just need prayers right now, to figure out what's going on with my son. And then I, of course, reached out to my daughter because it was from her party where I met this girl. And I was like, hey, did you know? And she was like, yeah, she posted it. And I said, oh, well, I'm not her friend on Facebook. She's just on my VIP page. And so Jessica screenshotted it and sent it to me. And I was like, oh. And then she's like, how did you find out? So then I screenshotted our conversation. And she was like, I am my mother's child. She said, because when I saw the comment of her post, she was like, she reached out to her. So just having that relationship. And going before that, just talking with the girl and saying, hey, how are you liking your products? What's your favorite? That kind of thing. Did you have any questions? And she went on to just talk and rave about my daughter and her son. And, I have a great one. I've done a good job. And I was just like, wow, this is awesome. But Jessica just told me today, I thought that was funny. She was like, I forgot to tell you, I went to go drop off that order. She was going over to a girl's house that I had an order for, And so I said, hey, will you take this order with you? And she approached an area, and they were doing a roadblock, license check or whatever. She was like, oh my gosh, I hate these things. She rolls the window down. I got my license, but I don't have my insurance. And he was like, that's okay. And she said he shines the light in the back seat, and he sees these Scentsy boxes. And the police officer said, do you have any weathered leather back there?
Wow.
The one that nobody likes.
I know, because I can't stand that one. I don't know how people like that.
And he said that was his favorite scent.
Wow. Some people,
What's
that's
your
their
name?
favorite scent. I mean,
that's what I told her. I said, did you give him my card? And she said, Mama, I was shaking. I didn't do anything wrong, but, just going through it.
Yeah.
And then when he started talking, she was just like, yeah, I don't like that one. That's not my favorite, but I don't have that back then. She was just like, get me out of here. And I was just like, wow.
It's funny how that scent, people like it and people don't, but it's a scent that keeps coming back.
Yeah. So that was funny. So that's me. Those are my tips. Those are the things that kind of helped me. So I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Well, thank you so much, Christina. I mean, this is your first, but it's not going to be your last.
Did you record it all?
I'm going to stop it right now. But thanks again. And I will be posting this on our page.